My DMs on social media are loaded with people asking me to review their work. Hey Mark, can you check out this video that I made and let me know your thoughts? I would love your feedback on this project, etc. I get at least 3 or 4 every week. So a few weeks ago, I decided that I would put out a call to all my followers and my subscribers here on YouTube to submit their projects to me, and I would review them in a YouTube video. And this is that video. If you're new here, my name is Mark and I'm a professional motorsport videographer. Travel all over the world filming car racing. And today, as I said in the intro, I am going to look at a few projects that have been submitted to me by subscribers here on YouTube and my followers on social media. I got quite a lot of submissions and I've picked 4 at random to take a close look at. So let's get into it. The first video we're gonna take a look at is by Chiel van Dongen. Really hope I said your name properly. Dutch names can be a bit of a doozy for me. And we're gonna take a look at his Barcelona 24-hour after movie.
The final round of this year's 24H series by Preventic is here once again at the Circuito Barcelona. The famous F1 venue plays host to a 24 hours, a traditional 24 hours of Barcelona with a healthy grid of 32 cars. We come down to our championship deciding race. Now they accelerate towards turn 1 and all spread out and fan out. You've got Maro Engel. Category winners by something around 70
Very nice. Very, very nice. It's a really well-paced after movie. I do have to say, I don't know if I approve of the term after movie, just because like people are putting out like a 63-second video and calling it an after movie. Just an old man yells at cloud thing. I just think it's a weird term for such short videos. But anyway, I've loaded all these into Premiere just so I can take a bit of a closer look at each of them. So just kind of scrub through and give feedback on each individual part. I really like the intro. I like that we have a lot of motion in the intro, which obviously when you're posting for social media, you want to grab people's attention. So the intro is super important. And I like that we have an establishing shot showing the location. Clearly, you know, if I'm watching this, like I realize that we are in Europe because we see European architecture. Once again, and we have the announcer voice come in and we find out that we're at Barcelona all within the first 8 seconds of the video, which is really good. And there's some nice shots in there. Like I said, the transitions, some good sound effects that really help keep you engaged. And then we get some shots of the car on track, some shots of the drivers. We're just sort of building up through the start of the race. We see some of the pre-race activities. And then we get to these cool hero shots of the drivers. These are always great if you have time to film them because they can really help fill out your edit and just add something different to it. I like the walking shot, and then we get the race start. I like that we hear the announcer voice throughout it. It really helps with the storytelling. Right here though, if we listen to this, you hear that sort of fade out. We should have tried to end that audio maybe a little bit earlier and try to just maybe a harsher cut to end it so we don't hear the fading out over time. Then we go into a shot of both of the client's cars, which is really rare to get in one shot on track, so awesome that you got that, Chiel. It's kind of just luck or chance, you know, that both cars will be running together at the same time. So that's really great you're able to get that. Then we get some pit stop action. It can be tough in the 24H series because they don't fuel the cars in the pit lane and everybody's wearing shorts and t-shirts. So it doesn't look that cool, but still, we get some nice shots of the pits to break up the action. When we go into some more action, we can now see that time is changing. It's nighttime. We're seeing that sort of golden hour. Now we're into the night. I think maybe here the color could be a little bit more blue, maybe just so more nighttime, but it's fine. It looks a little bit yellow, but again, it's totally fine. Nice shots of the fans. I like that. We get the fireworks shot. Now it's daytime again. Nice slow-mos. And then we get the end of the race with the race win. And then we switch to M83, the outro. So get a music change near the end. But overall, it's a really solid video, especially for this level of racing, for the 24H series, where maybe the team budgets are a little bit lower and you're just sort of getting into doing this. It's very good. And I will say, Chiel, I've seen some of your other work that you've done. Obviously, we met at the Nürburgring, and you've come a long way. This is a huge improvement from some of the other video content that I saw you make earlier on in your career. So even just in a short few month span, you've improved greatly, which is amazing. But overall, the only things that really change is maybe we have more ambient sound in the intro, like with these people are dancing, maybe we hear more of that sort of grid action. I like to add crowd sound effects in the background, just a very generic crowd sound, and just some other things to help kind of fill out that intro part. Maybe effect on the announcer voice. I've been playing with some reverb and stuff to make it sound like it's coming through the stadium speakers. But again, those are just little things to add a little extra spice that, is totally fine if you don't have it in there. But overall, I'd say, honestly, it's a pretty solid video, and there's not a lot that I would change about it. I think maybe you could have more action shots on track that look faster, maybe some whip transitions and stuff, but Barcelona can be a bit tough to get that across, and also you're dealing with slower cars. You're dealing with a GT4 and you're dealing with a TCR, so the cars are not as fast. But yeah, overall, maybe we could see some shots of the engineers and stuff to help sort of fill it out, to show more of the team aspect, but other than that, it's a solid edit, so well done. The next video we're going to look at is by Phillip, and it is a recap video for a NASCAR driver. So let's take a look.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, he's starting in his third Cup Series race in 2025, driving the number 66 Ford. Good job.
First off, I want to say the visuals in this are really good. I think the shots are fantastic. Like, you've got establishing shots, you've got shots of the driver, you've got shots of the driver with their family, you have storytelling here. You're showing the beginning of the race. You've got the helicopters in there, slow-mo helicopters. Bonus points for slow-mo helicopters. There's helicopters in your video, it's instant bonus points, okay? Awesome. Planes, to a lesser extent. Like, plane flyovers are cool, but like helicopters, amazing. And you've also got the parachute guy, so that's awesome. Parachute guy with a Cracker Barrel flag, what could be more American than that? This is a NASCAR video, folks. Fireworks, you got it all. Got the race start. It's really impressive. I think that's fantastic. Now, my main criticism of this piece would be that it takes a while to get started. I do like the shots in the beginning, we get the storytelling, but I think maybe we cut some of those and we get to the race action a little bit earlier. I would have gone to the race action when the music first picks up, when we get that sort of riser, right around 16 seconds, I would have gone to the race starting. Because you want to hook people in, but it depends on what your client wanted and what this video is going to be used for, right? If it's not going to be like right on their Instagram to try and get followers, if it's going to be something more they're going to send to sponsors or whatever, the way you cut the edit together is obviously going to change. But I think it does drag on a little bit in the intro, and then throughout the race action portion, we also sort of get this dragging on. We get all these race shots, before we get any pit stop stuff. We have a good 25 seconds of racing action before we get any shots of pit stops. So it would be cool to get a pit stop in there a little bit earlier and then kind of break that up. Maybe show some people on the stand watching, show the crew chief, try to break it up a little bit. It's just a lot of racing shots. And I think there could be more storytelling like we saw in the intro. Maybe show shots of fans, just something a little bit different than just all these shots of the car going around. Also, there's a few things like there's some weird color passes here, like this shot here. The color is a little bit out of whack with the rest of them, but little things that you can easily correct, right? And just the sound as well, the audio is like very blown out under the music. It sounds like maybe it was either a really inexpensive mic or just the camera internal mic. So I consider thinking about your audio maybe a little bit more, maybe investing in a better microphone if you can. And then just getting to sort of the outro, again, we have sort of some weird color here. I know it can be tough shooting at night again, but I would just maybe take another pass at the color on this. And I like this transition from using the fence post, but this shot seems a little bit out of place because it's a shot of a completely different car. So that is a little bit strange. And then we get a nice slow-mo shot to end off of the car. So overall, I think, again, the visual is very good. I think there's some color things that be corrected, and just the pacing of the racing portion of the video could probably be changed up a little bit. I think there's just a lot of shots of the car going around, and maybe we could see something else. But other than that, Phillip, not bad at all. The next video we're gonna look at is by Reuben, or RK Creative on Instagram, and this is his Indy 8-hour recap video.
History in the making, a chance to win the longest race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Be like candy cane.
A race that will run into the darkness with the threat of rain looming over the final few hours.
Pretty baller. I like it a lot. There's not a lot of criticism I have for this one. It's got good sound, good music, good pacing. The shots are great, and the color's really good. So it's pretty fantastic. Look through it a bit. Like, it's got, if we take a bit of a closer look, we've obviously got the announcer sound, which I love because it's great storytelling. And it's not chronologic, which I also really like. I think I get in the position too often of wanting to make videos really chronologic, and they just end up being not that interesting because they're like always following how the day went, when this one sort of bounces around a bit. And again, it's just really good shots, and I love a good event recap video because it's not following one team or one driver. It's all the cars and just how the event went as a whole, and it's just a completely different type of storytelling, which is really cool. Yeah, the trackside stuff is great. We get cutaways to things that aren't just track action. We're editing to the music. We get a nice change here. Love that. Again, really nice color. We get the rain. We get the full story of what happened at this event, which is awesome. I like it a lot. I can't really think of anything negative to say about it. A lot of people would go after it for not being chronologic, but I actually think that's fantastic. So I really like it a lot. There's not really anything I would change about it. Well done, Reuben. It's a really good video. Fantastic. Before I review the final video, I want to do something that I haven't done in a while, and that's talk about Lockdown Brand. They're an Australian apparel company with a focus in motorsports, and they make these amazing Icon LD snapback hats that you'll see me wearing at the racetrack and in my YouTube videos. I'm basically wearing them all the time. They're incredibly high quality hats, water beads off of them. You can wear them in all weather conditions, and you will not catch me at the racetrack without one. I just got a whole bunch of new ones. Their company is expanding rapidly. They're making hats for supercars teams and NASCAR teams. They're providing hats for Team Penske and IndyCar and NASCAR. It's pretty awesome. And if you want to get an awesome hat like this Red Bull Ample Racing Supercars hat, head to lockdownbrand.com and use my code MARK10 for 10% off, and I get a very small commission. It's like that much, but hey, it's win-win. You get discount on a hat, and I get a couple of bucks. It's great. The final video that we're gonna look at is by Jeath Visuals, and it is a little bit different. It's a commercial. It's sort of like a sponsor X Motorsport type thing. Okay, so obviously very different from the other 3 videos that we've looked at. It's for a sponsor. So that can always be sort of a tough mix when you want to make content for the sponsor that shows the racing, but then also gets across what the sponsor does. And I think it's done very well in this video. If you didn't get it from the video, this IMAO company makes scented like air fresheners, like cards you can hang in your car or the ones you can put in your vents. So kind of a cool thing to be activating with Motorsport because, you know, obviously a lot of automotive people are going to watch Motorsport and they buy those. So really cool the way this starts. We get that nice sort of boom and we get some really cool fast shots. Similar to Chiel's video, we're seeing a lot of shots in the beginning that help you stay engaged with the video and draw you in. Then we get the product shot very subtly next to the helmet, which I like a lot. Then he picks it up. This is very cool. I love match cuts, and I also love how the match cut is done as a, you know, item POV or like an object permanence thing. Very cool. Climbing in, and of course we're getting ready like we normally would for a race, but then we have our air freshener in the car. So very cool. So a little bit of stock footage there to show like the different scents that they have. The scents seem to be tied to a location. Nice car shots. Love that we have some onboard there. Camera mounted to the outside of the car. Fantastic. Love this shot as well. I love these rally shots where like the camera sort of is like shaking and moving. It just feels so real. Get the New York scent. Hot dogs, I guess, is New York. More cool shots. I love this eye shot. This is fantastic. It's like, it's a little bit cheesy, but it's like just cheesy enough to work that it's awesome. More stock footage to show Paris, and just some really nice shots in this video. Like, this is a really nice rally video that showcases the sponsor quite well. So trying to think if I really have much criticism for this video. I think it's just like I could really nitpick. Like this sort of speed ramp here is a little bit wonky, but like whatever, it's fine. Overall, I think it's very well shot. The color is very basic, but it works very well for the commercial. Again, I love the match cut. It's just a very well put together video and very different than what I thought people were going to submit. So it's very cool. I think it's good use of stock footage for the locations as well. Obviously, you can't go to all those locations. It'd be very difficult to do that, and you need a massive budget. So relying on stock footage in those scenarios is fine. I use a lot of stock footage just do my location stuff, especially if I'm going to like the Middle East where you can't fly a drone and things like that. You just get some stock footage. It's fine. Yeah, very good video. Honestly, really impressed. It is fantastic. The hot dog thing, though. Don't know if that's truly American. Like seeing hot dogs with pickles on them there and stuff and like dropping the mayo all over the dog. Seems like this stock footage was shot by Europeans. Overall, I think this is a fantastic video. There's little tiny things I could nitpick, but like, why would I? It's very well shot, very well done. I mean, oh, I can see the shadow of the drone. Who cares? It's fine. No one's gonna notice that other than people like me. So, fantastic. Really big fan of this piece. It's really cool. So that was a lot of fun reviewing subscriber videos. I want to thank everybody that sent one in. I'm sorry if I didn't review yours. I got so many. I didn't want to do like a dozen in a video and have the video be an hour long, but I think I'm going to do this a little bit more often, maybe like once every few months. I'll do a YouTube video reviewing some more of your projects, because this was a lot of fun just to see what everyone's creating and seeing people's growth, like seeing Chiel's video and where he'd come from and just seeing, you know, what people are putting together. It's really cool. I'm hoping that my content on this channel is helping to inspire people and helping people learn new techniques and whatnot. That's the whole reason that I do this. So it's awesome to get to check out what you folks are doing. Once again, if you want to get a cool hat from lockdownbrand.com, a dope hat like this Red Bull Ample Racing hat, check out lockdownbrand.com, use my code MARK10, 10% off your order. Also, we have a Discord server, so if you want to join the community and chat with me and other motorsport and videography enthusiasts, feel free to join the Discord server. The link is in the description, and it is a public server. Anybody can just join it. It's a lot of fun. We share photos of cats and talk about racing and a bunch of other stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's a really good outlet for me to just chat with people and you know, be involved in what subscribers and my social media following is up to. So it's cool. Join it. Kind of just waffling on a little bit. That's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Again, thanks to everybody that sent in their videos to be reviewed. And I will see you in the next video.